Did you watch the Republican debate last night? It was Chris Christie, Ron DeSantis, Nikki Haley, and Vivek Ramaswamy. It was a clown show just like all of the rest. I didn't watch it. I didn't have the energy to deal with the nonsense. None of them are going to win the primary. But here are a few clips that I saw that stood out to me.
You were bankrupt when you left the UN. After you left the UN, you became a military contractor. You actually started joining service on the board of Boeing, whose back you scratched for a very long time, and then gave foreign multinational speeches like Hillary Clinton is, and now you're a multimillionaire. That math does not add up. It adds up to the fact that you are corrupt. And when I said they were bought and paid for, I meant the Republican establishment, not the Democratic establishment. Now you have Reid Hoffman, the person who's effectively George Soros Jr., funding lawsuits across this country against Donald Trump to keep him off the ballot, funding left-wing causes. We discovered this week that he is one of Nikki Haley's largest supporters. Larry Fink, the king of the woke industrial complex, the ESG movement, the CEO of BlackRock, the most powerful company in the world, now supporting Nikki Haley. And to say that doesn't affect her is false, because it's after that meeting later that day that she says that every American needs to be doxxed by having their ID, their government-issued ID, tied to what they say on the internet. So I think that this is far more corrupt than I even imagined when I entered politics. Nikki, you were bankrupt when you left.
Did Nikki Haley really say that? I don't remember her saying that. I don't see everything. Y'all let me know. But Vivek Ramaswamy also said this.
She said that I have a woman problem. Nikki, I don't have a woman problem. You have a corruption problem. And I think that that's what people need to know. Nikki is corrupt. This is a woman who will send your kids to die so she can buy a bigger house. This is the problem. Using identity politics more effectively than Kamala Harris is a form of intellectual fraud. And it actually means that there's your donor puppet masters wielding their puppet right up here tonight. This is how this game is played. The puppet masters put up their puppet, and I reject the use of identity politics in this party. It has been a cancer coming from the left, and I'm sick and tired of the double standards the people of this country are too. Having 2 X chromosomes does not immunize you.
Thank you.
Wait a minute. He accuses Nikki Haley of participating in identity politics. When he does the same thing, Nikki, did he throw you off guard or something? Because right there in the debate, he was participating in identity politics when he said this.
With all 3 of my other colleagues on this debate stage, is all 3 of them have been licking Donald Trump's boots for years for money and endorsements. Ron DeSantis, you've been a great governor, but you would have never been one without actually begging Donald Trump for that endorsement. You accepted him in your book a year ago. Same thing with Chris Christie as a lobbyist, begging them for COVID money for his special interests in New Jersey, prepping him for the debates last time around. These people are now Monday morning quarterbacking some decision he made. I think the real enemy is not Donald Trump. It's not even Joe Biden. It is the deep state that at least Donald Trump attempted to take on. And if you want somebody who's going to speak truth to power, then vote for somebody who's going to speak the truth to you. Why am I the only person on the stage, at least, who can say that January 6th now does look like it was an inside job? That the government lied to us for 20 years about Saudi Arabia's involvement in 9/11? That the Great Replacement theory is not some grand right-wing conspiracy theory, but a basic statement of the Democratic Party's platform? That the 2020 election was indeed stolen by big tech? That the 2016 election, the one that Trump won for sure, was also one that was stolen from him by the national security establishment.
Okay,
they actually put out the Trump-Russia collusion hoax that they knew was false. There's a reason why I'm the only person on the stage who can say these things. That's what it's going to take, not people who are licking his boots one time and now Monday morning quarterbacking and criticizing when it's convenient.
That whole diatribe was him participating in identity politics. What group of people spew that nonsense? The MAGA nuts. And so he participates in identity politics by spewing the same thing that they spew, whether it's true or not. He talks about them licking Donald Trump's balls or boots or whatever it is that he said. He's doing the same thing. He knows he's not going to win. But he's performing. He's performing for the eyes of Donald Trump, so that he could possibly be chosen as Donald Trump's vice president. And for Chris Christie and Nikki Haley to allow this pipsqueak to run off at the mouth, especially Nikki Haley, to try and make you look bad when he's got his own issues. Y'all let this weasel talk down to y'all, belittle y'all all across the stage, and not one of y'all had brought this up. Here's what's going on. Ramaswamy was a board member of both Roivant Sciences, which he founded in 2014, and Sumitomo Biopharma until earlier this year. Sumitomo successfully negotiated to acquire Roivant subsidiary Myovant in October of 2022. So he was sitting on this board and on this board, and this board decided to acquire this company, right? And they also wanted to acquire another company in October of 2022. Under the deal, which was completed in March, Sumitomo agreed to pay $27 per share for all outstanding Myovant shares. But soon after, the investment management firm Alpine Partners, a now former Myovant shareholder, launched an appraisal rights lawsuit to determine that it and other shareholders had been fairly compensated for their stock. Alpine requested that Ramaswamy testify and provide materials about how Sumitomo valued Myovant at the time of the merger and the negotiating process that led to the merger. Alpine's subpoena set Ramaswamy's testimony for June 30th. The filing also gave him a 30-day grace period to comply. Ramaswamy responded in July saying that he couldn't possibly testify because he is too busy running for president. And so a lot of people believe Vivek Ramaswamy is running for president so he can avoid this lawsuit. He's not willing to testify because it will provide proof that he cheated them out of their costs per share. And not one of them have brought this up, and they've allowed this twerp to mop the floor of the debate stage with them. But finally, Chris Christie woke up last night.
Okay? You say this, you do this at every debate. You go out on the stump and you say something. All of us see it on video. We confront you on the debate stage. You say you didn't say it, and then you back away. And I want to say, I'm not done yet. Well, this is the fourth debate that you would be voted in the first 20 minutes as the most obnoxious blowhard in America. So shut up for a little while. I want to say something else. We're now 25 minutes into this debate, and he has insulted Nikki Haley's basic intelligence. Not her positions, her basic intelligence. She doesn't know regions. She wouldn't be able to find something on a map that his 3-year-old could find. Look, if you want to disagree on issues, that's fine. And Nikki and I disagree on some issues. But I'll tell you this, I've known her for 12 years, which is longer than he's even started to vote in the Republican primary. We disagree about some issues, and we disagree about who should be president of the United States. What we don't disagree on is this is a smart, accomplished woman, and you should.
Like I said, a complete clown show. Y'all let me know your thoughts. Put it down in the comments below.